So, you want to make some motion graphics. Well, step one, go to a bookstore and find a graphic novel. Then throw it through the air. Motion graphic. You get it. Hey guys, welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we are back in Blender 2.8 Eevee once again, taking a look at this cool motion graphic thing I had done a while ago. And it was a bit of a breakdown. I didn't go fully into everything that I did. I just broke it down just enough so you guys would get the basics. But I wanted to kind of delve deeper, get a little bit more points in there about my process or what I did to fully get that effect. So here we go. We're gonna get started. And we're going to delete default cube. I'm sorry. We haven't used him in a while. I'm going to have to come up with something to use default cube for. Guys, if you have an idea, let me know down below as always. But yeah, so we're going to get started. Shift A, we're going to add in some text here. Boom. Hit RX90 on my numpad and left click to confirm that. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our camera by hitting 0 on our numpad and opening up this right hand side panel here and going to view and then hitting lock camera to view here. And then just use the middle mouse button, click that, and just pan around until we find a nice little place. You can, if you hold down shift, you can move the camera like this. If you just middle mouse button, you can rotate it. So I'm just gonna move it around like this and hit and scroll in just so I can get like a nice little angle, something like that. I suppose that's pretty close to what I did. Something like that. And then once we got it perfect, I'm gonna uncheck this lock camera to view. Now we can move around regularly and not move the camera along with us. With the text selected, we're gonna go to the text tab, open up font, and then hit this little folder to select a font that we want to use. I'm here in my font folder, and I don't have any many fonts right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can grab. There's a lot of fonts in that folder, so it's taking a long time to load. I'm just gonna grab a generic one. We're just gonna go Babus New. We're gonna do that. That's good, and we got to move it over now because now it doesn't fit, so we'll just lock camera to view, move it over a little bit. It looks pretty good to me. That's pretty close to what I had, right? Uncheck that. Alright, cool, sweet. So now, I'm gonna go to rendered viewport shading here. We can close this tab. We're gonna select our lamp and delete that because we don't need it. We also don't need that piece. So, we're gonna go ahead and change the color in the world tab here to solid black. And now with our text selected, we can go to the material tab and hit this little drop down and select the material here. And go to specular, turn it all the way up, turn the roughness all the way down. Yes, that's right, all the way down. And then we can go ahead and hit Shift A and add in a light. This light is going to be an area light. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit RX 90 to rotate that 90 degrees on the X axis. Left click to confirm that movement. And then GY to move it backwards. Now you can see what we have here is some shiny shine. Now, the way we're going to fix this up is I want to go ahead and change. We can turn shadow off first of all. I want to change a couple of things here. So, with the color, I kind of want to change this to a nice yellow because that's what I did in the other video. And I also want to change the power to something insanely high, like 3000. And then I'll go ahead and hit G to move this kind of away from the text here. And now you can see we're getting a lot of spill. I only really want it to shine on the text, so we can fix that a couple different ways. If we go ahead and turn the metallic up, you can see that it will actually get rid of everything we don't need. Now 3000 is way too high because it's going to make the color look like it's white, but I want the yellow to kind of shine through. So we're going to select our area lamp and turn that power down from 3000 to maybe 100. Yeah, 100 looks good, and I'll change that yellowish color. Maybe we'll do, nah, that's not enough. We'll do 100, and then we'll just change the yellowish color a little bit more to the orange because I want it to be a little more yellowy golden. Looks good. All right, so now if we hit 0 on our numpad, we cannot see that shine, and we just need to go ahead and kind of rotate this lamp around and move it around until we can see it from that angle. Now this is the actual process that's quite annoying. If we go to material tab and then turn on scene lights, you should be able to see the lamp in there if you hit the right angle. Oops, see the lamp in there if you hit the right angle. There you go, right there. So now, if we were to go to the camera tab and just double tap R and RX and RY and RZ until we hit an angle where we can see it, then this is, like I said, this was the troublesome beat. Oh, There we go. That I can see it right there. You see that yellow? That's what I'm looking for. Now, once we see that, that's what I need right there. So if I go ahead and hit S and then double tap, what one is it? If I hit S to go ahead and scale this up on the Z, I can do that by hitting, there we go, S and then double tapping Z, or just single tapping Z. So S and Z, we'll scale it on the Z axis, then SX, I can make it a little bit skinnier. And now you can see we have that thick bar there, and this is too reddish now. There we go. So if we go back to rendered, you can see we have that nice thick stripe. Now, what we can do here is if I hit GX, sorry, if I hit GX, I can move it on the X axis to kind of scrub back and forth, which is exactly how I did this this effect. I'm turning the camera power, the lamp power up to 300 instead of 100. Then we'll go to the scene tab here and change the color management from filmic to standard. Now it's actual color. Alright, cool. With our lamp selected, we can now go ahead and animate this. I also want to, real quick, go to the scene tab here, change the frame rate to 60, because that looks better. Change my start frame to 0, and then go to the first frame, which is 0 now. Hit GX, and then pull this away from the camera, away from the text, rather. Right on the edge of it, so you can't see it. Then hit I, location, then go to maybe frame, 10. GX, move it about right there. And then I, location, and then on frame 50, GX, move it off, I, location. Now you can see when we play this, we have an animation that goes super fast. We can slow it down by hitting B to box select these two keyframes, and then hitting G to move it over a little bit, and then grabbing this one, hit G, move this to 80, just stretching them out a little bit. There we go, that's a little slower. And now I can turn my overlays off right there, and now we can see we can play it, and it looks awesome. So we can turn our in frame to 80, and that is pretty much all that I did there. You can see we have a really, really cool text effect, and I did have like I had like some bloom on there, so we go ahead and turn the bloom on right there, and there we go. That's pretty much exactly what it looked like right there. Awesome coolness, and you can do another stripe actually by selecting the area lamp, hitting Shift D to duplicate that, and then right-clicking to cancel that movement. GX to move it over, and then instead of having it be the same thickness, you can hit SX to scale it on the X axis a couple of times until it's thin enough, and then you move it over SX, SX, SX until it's how you want it. There you go. And then you got a really cool secondary shine. Now you can hit you can select the first two keyframes by hitting B to box select, hit G to move them over substantially. Maybe first frame is on 15, so then it kind of comes afterwards. That's too late. We'll do 5 frames afterwards. There we go. And this one is this lamp is gonna be turned down because it's too bright compared to the other one because it's smaller. So we'll turn the power to 100 on that one, maybe 150, maybe 125, maybe 120. I just can't. There we go. Perfect. Now, we have 2 different stripes that come through, which looks cool if you want that. I do not want that, so we will get rid of it. But you can do that if you want to. So, hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. And if you want to change the color of the text, you change the color of the lamp, not the color of the text itself, which is very cool and easy to do. So, hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. But until then, bye-bye.